Good morning everyone, this is George Beyrouthi giving you the market report, and that's of course for Monday morning the 22nd of September. Let me start with who we are. We're a stockbroking firm located on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia, and I intend to give you a bit more information about the company later in this presentation. And now to the disclaimer. Everything I say is for general advice and general information only. And please, before you take any action, consult with your professional advisor or talk to us directly. And a copy of this disclaimer is available to you should you wish to receive it. Please call the office to receive a copy. Today we carry on with our editorial, and we started that editorial about 2 days ago about how to interpret the various terminology used when you place an order with a stockbroker. A couple of weeks ago we finished a 13-part series on everything you needed to know about option trading, and we covered the iron condor strategy that we use extensively here at FS Securities. Prior to that we finished a series on futures contract. A fortnight ago we completed that series, and it's placed on the website, and if you wish to review that particular editorial and the part series, all you have to do is visit our website, and if you're not a member already, subscribe to a 15-day free trial where you can find a lot more education series. Also, you'll see our daily recommendations, our daily scans, our current and previous trading results, and a lot more. So we encourage you to try our 15-day free trial. So every morning we tell you what happened overnight, and today is Monday, so we cover what happened on the weekend on Saturday morning. We found that Wall Street stocks actually closed mixed. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 14 points on Saturday morning. That's less than 0.1%, and closed at 17,279. The broader S&P 500 lost 1 point and finished almost steady at 2010. Over the full week, the Dow was actually up 292 points or 1.7%, and the S&P 500 was up 1.3%. In Europe, the Stoxx 50 index that comprises several European major markets was up 1%. In London, the FTSE 100 was up 0.6%. The Nikkei was up 1%. And in China, the Shanghai index was up 0.3%. All that on Friday, and followed on by the United States to finish on Saturday morning. Okay, on the commodities, gold a short time ago was trading at $1,215 US per ounce. That is down $10 from this time on Friday. Silver closed at $17.81, down 80 cents. Over the last fortnight, gold was down 52 points, $52 or 4%, and silver was down $1.40 or 7%. Crude oil this morning closed at 92.5 US a barrel, down 50 cents from this time on Friday. Over the last fortnight, oil was down 1%. Copper, the world's economic barometer, was at 309 cents per pound on Saturday morning, and steady. Iron ore, which is important for our miners such as BHP, Rio, Atlas Iron and Fortescue, was down another 1.6% at 81.7 US a ton. That is the lowest in 4 years, and it's 40% down from the 1st of January this year. On the currencies, our dollar will give you 89.25 US cents, that's down 0.6 cent, and will also give you 69.6 euro cents. And our market on Friday, the benchmark ASX 200 index added 17 points or 0.3%, and over the last fortnight our market was down 3%. And as a matter of interest, the best performers and not so well performers, the leaders over the last fortnight, we have QBE up 1.5%, followed by Macquarie Bank up 1.2%, and as I mentioned, that's over the last fortnight. The worst performers, we have ANZ, CBA, Newcrest Mines, Leighton Holdings, Westpac, all down between 4 and 5%. The Australian share market is tipped to open lower on this morning. The SPAR futures contract was showing 18 points down, indicating a negative start when the market opens in less than an hour. Okay, in terms of announcement, all I can say is that tomorrow we have important information coming from China. We have the China PMI and that of course will be very important for China, which of course is important to us. During the week, our analyst at FS Securities placed several stocks for picks and trades. This is only a summary of the positions. A more detailed information is placed on the website under our picks and trades menu. If you wish to discuss any of these stocks, you may wish to call us directly or visit our website. Every day we update the market volume to show the trend over the last 3 weeks. We also like to show the ratio of advances to declines. It really shows the strength of the momentum and how the buyers and sellers interact. I believe this is one of many ways to understand the trend of the market. Again, this chart is available on our market report that we send to our subscribers and we place on the website. Now you see that on Friday the volume was reasonably high, 2.6 billion. This is the highest over the last 15 trading days. And interestingly, it was the first time that advances exceeded declines. Nearly 45% the advances versus 31% for the declines. We also like to scan the market to show you what happened on Friday, the last trading day here, and we show you which company has gone up. We have Oraton Group up 5.8%, Sandfire 5.8%, TPG 4.6%, and so on. Again, if you need any more information about any of these companies, all you have to do is call us. Now we also show you the volume, the companies with the highest volume, and how did they trade. So here we have, in terms of volume, 28 million shares exchanged hands for Telstra, and Telstra was up 0.4%, 2 cents to $5.41. Fortescue Metals, iron ore producer, was down 4% with 29.9 million shares extended hands. Qantas down 1.7%. Atlas Iron, we have no change but a reasonable volume of 32 million. Arium, 132 million shares traded on Friday with 6% drop in the company. They tried to raise funds, and that actually the talk failed. We also like to give you a snapshot about the last 2 days, the top 10 performing companies. Here we have a company called Steadfast and Sandfire. I mentioned Sandfire already, 5.8%. Bidel keeps coming up on our list. TPG, I already mentioned it. On the downside, I already mentioned Arium, Northern Star, Fortescue Metals, and so on. Again, if you're interested in any of those companies, please call the office. On Friday, looking at the sectors to see which sectors has performed well, going down the third column with the numbers on the left, we see that the highest number here is I think the 0.8, the 0.6. Yeah, the 0.8 is actually the financial X property, which is a combination of financial with properties. It was up 0.8% and finished on the highest end. That's 89.2. It shows at what point in the range of the day it finished. Going up that list again, 0.61 small ordinaries. The small companies have telecommunication, 0.5%, 0.6% information technology. The financial were up also on Friday. On the downside, we have gold down 1% and finish at the very bottom of that sector on the trading day. Alright, in terms of at the end of the week, we like to give you a perspective about what happened the last 2 weeks. Here, for instance, you can see that the Dow Jones was up 292 points. I mentioned that earlier in my presentation. That's 1.7%. And because the next number over the last 2 weeks is lower, it really shows that the week before last we had a decline of nearly 50 points, but all that was recovered. So over the last 2 weeks we have 142 points on the Dow Jones, which is 0.8%. The S&P 500 was up 1.2% over last week, and just almost steady over the last 2 weeks. The VIX, which is the fee gauge, which is the volatility index on the VIX, it's down 9% over last week, down back to 12, which is, of course, it's a complacent stage for the traders. The US dollar was reasonably strong over the last 2 weeks with 1.4%, and our Australian dollar was down nearly 5%. In terms of commodities, gold was down $52 over the last fortnight, down 4%, silver down 7%, crude oil 1% down, natural gas was up nearly 1%. You have cocoa, sugar were also up over the last 2 weeks. Live cattle was down 2.6%, and wheat 11% down. On the local market, before I go on to the local market, by the way, you can see here these are the ratios of the put to call options, and it's 0.87%. It's down 4% over the last week. It's down 6.4% over the last 2 weeks. It really shows the American market, or at least the traders in America, are really pretty relaxed about the market. Now to the Australian market. You can see over the last 2 weeks our sectors. The market was down absolutely by nearly 3%, and you can see here all the sectors. The worst performing sector going down that list, we see 4% with gold, understand why, and properties, followed by telecommunication, and again property here, and ASX 200 was down nearly 3% over the last 2 weeks. On the shares, looking at the last 2 weeks, we've had Macquarie Group 1.2%, as well as QBE 1.5%. Bramble was up slightly below 1%, and Rio up 0.5%. And then on the negative side, we see that Newcrest Mines down 5.3%, Leighton Holdings 5.5%, followed by Telstra down 4%, and Westpac 4.6%. Now we finish off with the dividends. Here we show you which company is giving you their X date, which is the dividend date that you're entitled to. Going down that list, I think all the big companies have already given their X date, but we have Credit Corp offering 100%. Current dividend is 0.2, and going down that list you can see what happened also as far as the yield is concerned. Again, this is available to you should you wish to receive it by subscribing to our market report. Once again, my name is George Beyrouthi. I'm the director here at FS Securities. I have many years of trading and investment experience and several qualifications to support what I offer my clients. My ambition today is to help our clients and prospective clients to become effective investors and traders. Here we are. Well, we are a stockbroking firm located on the Gold Coast, fully licensed. We trade shares, options, commodities, CFDs, foreign exchange, and offer our clients a very attractive investment at 7% over 1 year, interest paid monthly, or 9% over 3 years, again interest paid monthly. Also, we are financial planners and cater for all your financial needs. How to reach me? How to reach the company? You can call us on our landline 61 for Australia, 7 for Queensland, 56304141 for our landline number. Alternatively, you can call my mobile. I'm available to be reached 7 days a week, and you can write to me at george@fssecurities.com.au. and once again, visit our website and register if you're not already a member for a 15-day free trial. And that's all from us here at FS Securities. Remember to trade safely and wisely. I'll be back at 1:15 to tell you what happened during the morning. And of course, this will be recorded